Hey Cancer, welcome to LettiSpeaks. Tonight we are taking a look at how the super blue moon has delivered energy, how you can interpret that energy, what comes as a result of that energy if you're able to be open to it and make use of it. And so I did pull out my Oracle Tea cards. I also pulled out a couple of my tarot decks and a couple of my oracle decks. One is the 7 energies, the other is my angels answers. Okay, and so we are going to go ahead and jump in for you, Cancer. Let's get started. If you're new here, hi, my name is Letty. Welcome. And I hope you are feeling a sense of welcome with the energies on this page. If you are liking the energy, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. We invite you, okay? If you're returning, hey, my friends, let's jump in, okay? All right. So lots of good energy out here for you, Cancer. So first of all, we have with our Oracle Tea cards, barking dog. So you could be receiving a level of advice from a friend, and it was clarified by the Temperance and the Hierophant. So I feel like this could be around, it almost feels like a level of spiritual advice, practical advice as well, maybe on ways to move forward with something that you're trying to do. You're seeking advice from a trusted spiritual confidant that is tempered, right? That is very versed and established in life. I feel like this is a good energy to take advice from. With the Temperance, that does talk about possibly even Archangel Michael. If you're attached to angels, it could be coming from that source. It could also be coming from someone who is a bit of an alchemist themselves, and so they may be very knowledgeable and experienced. This person may have a level of authority in the spiritual realm as well. With the Hierophant, it could be a leader in their own right. So I feel like it's good advice. Whoever this is that's giving you advice could definitely be someone very important that has your ear. And then we have V for victory. So whatever it is that you are endeavoring to do will be victorious, whatever that is right now. You may have some doubts or some reservations about it with the 9 of Swords, the 4 of Swords. It may be something that you are not really engaged in at the moment. And then the 6 of Pentacles. This is definitely something, when you decide to move forward and delve in, that will actually bring back good rewards. The 6 of Pentacles talks about balance, reciprocation, you not giving more than you're receiving, and vice versa. Whatever this endeavor is will be not only victorious, but very profitable for you, is what I'm seeing. And it'll be worth your time. When it comes to your coins, Cancer, we have coins here. Money will be coming to you, right? Money's coming, honey. We have the 2 of Cups and the King of Cups right here. This could have something to do with something that you love to do. This could be something that allows you to really just even be in your authentic self while doing it. It could be something that you are partnering up to do. It doesn't mean it has to be love. It could be just someone that You trust someone that is close to you, someone that sees the vision that you see as it pertains to the endeavor of bringing this money in. It feels good. It feels like good energy, very connected energy, somebody that you're on the same page with. And it feels very prosperous, right? It feels positive. The outcome feels very positive. We also have candle here. If you've been asking, Cancer, for some guidance in something, the candle card comes out to let you know that that guidance is coming in, and you'll actually be shown what to do, how to do, when to do. We have the King of Swords here that's very, not only knowledgeable, but very strategic as well. The King of Swords don't really go in half-cocked. He's very informed and knows what he's doing, right? And so I feel like whatever you need, whatever questions or concerns that you have will be met. Those questions will be answered. The information will be given to you. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so whatever this is that you could be heading towards or starting, everything that you need in terms of information, you'll have. You may in fact have someone that's in your corner that is accessible to you. This King of Swords could be a Gemini that you have access to, that's able to fill in the blanks for you. If you are doing something and you may need, you know, a little bit of support in certain areas to fill holes, right? This person would be that person to step in and do that for you. This person would be very strategic, very knowledgeable, and very equipped as well. This seems like the person where you would just give the idea that you have in mind and they immediately come up with ways to bring that to pass. We also have Jug here, lighthearted, carefree time. So this almost feels like a time of relaxation where you're allowing yourself to kick back. We have the Queen of Wands and the Justice, right? For some of you, this could be someone that you trust, someone that is really high level, integrous, someone that is very attractive, that everyone loves to be around. You may in fact enjoy the company of this person. This person probably is somebody that adds to your energy, right? The Queen of Wands is that person that just brings life to wherever, you know, it's needed. And so whatever this is, this time of relaxation, this carefree time that you could be endeavoring in with the Justice here, this, for some of you, this could even be someone involved with the law in some type of way. This may be a close friend that you'll be making time for and spending time with. There is a little bit of trouble in paradise, some discord with friends or family, with mice here. And it's clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So you could have those around you that don't exactly agree with some decisions that you'll be making on how you'll be moving forward. It feels a little bit like making a decision possibly to move or expand or start something that's going to open up different avenues of opportunity. Um, not everybody's going to agree with your method, and it may in fact be those that you would think would agree. Well, that's not always true. Seahorse comes in with family matters. It may in fact be family that's giving you the most difficult time. We have the Star card, the Fool, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, feeling blocked. For some of you, this could be family that's putting things in your way, making it difficult for you to move forward, and possibly move forward in new territory. Move forward to something that you feel like you're guided to, or something that you have been asking or desiring. There's someone that is possibly making that difficult, whether that's on purpose or not. You know, I do see the energy here. And so that's the general energy being laid out for this super blue moon. Now, let's take a look and see how you can best utilize this energy. And so what came out with our, oh, that was my other oracle deck that I'm using. It was the African Goddess Rising, right? And so we have Nana Maluka with seasons. We have Atiti with worthiness. We have Gang Sarah with resistance. And then we have Long Bubby Susie with shame. And so let's see. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so first of all, starting with seasons with Nana Baluka. And so this is definitely air element. So air brings in the energy of intentionality, intellectualism, connectedness, and also being underestimated. With Nana Baluka around seasons, this is also the temple of the threshold guardians. Now, the threshold guardians actually are cards of illumination. And so this particular temple of energies are protective, and they bring in guidance. And it's almost dealing with the energy of being at a certain crossroad in your life. And so the energy coming in is coming in to help make vital choices, right? There's some important decision that you have to make right now. This energy is coming in, this energy of air, to actually enlighten that or illuminate the truth around that, or the energies that need to be highlighted so the best decision can be made. And so for some of you Cancers, you've actually entered a new cycle. And that cycle could actually be pretty old, right? And so during this time, you're being guided as you acknowledge these energies, like to really allow yourself to be present. And not only be present, but even trust in the divine timing of how things are unfolding. Time is not of the essence right now. It's on your side, and it's actually your friend. And it's also understanding too that there's processes that are happening that can't be cut short. Like there's no shortcuts. Whatever processes are before you right now need to be seen through. They need to be walked through. And the information that'll result from those processes need to be absorbed as well. And so Nana Baluka is bringing the energy of entering into new seasons. Like, are you ready? Is the question. Are you ready? You're entering into a new season that will actually make you evolve. It's going to make you level up and expand, right? This is really a time for like major, my nose is itching, major transitions right now. And for some of you, if you are feeling a little bit stagnant, know that you're not. All that is possibly not recognizing that you've entered into a new season. Possibly maybe you're holding on to old ideas, old patterns. You know, sometimes change can be difficult. It could be scary, but this may be a time for you to actually allow yourself to be guided. And the new path is there. All you have to do is choose it. And then also understand too that this is a season where self-sabotage becomes prevalent too. And so be careful of that. Be careful of talking yourself out of this expansion. And there may be some form of test that you'll be given from the universe. And it may seem to delay this path, but you are being guided to really stay on course. Stay on course and understand that this is your time. This is your time, Cancer. We also have Atiti bringing in the energy of worthiness. That's so on time. And so this is that bush element, which brings in the energy of physical, primal, tactile, and grounded energy. And this is from the Temple of Warriors, which is the front line, true warriors that stand in their internal power, right? And it almost has the fighting energy, that warrior energy. And so Atiti is bringing in the energy of worthiness, knowing that this, whatever is happening for you right now, Cancer, is for you, right? It's for you. Just like the last card with Nana Baluka says that it is your time, right? This is not a time to hide or to shrink back or to play small and to be intimidated. But this is the time to really stand tall and majestic like a sycamore tree, right? You're mighty. And things don't have to actually be perfect for you to actually embrace your own perfection, right? Understand your worthiness, the fact that you matter. You were born worthy. There's nothing that you have to do to receive these blessings and these gifts, right? They're yours by birth, by the fact that you were born. They are yours. And so it's basically just understanding and acknowledging that you do matter. Your existence matters. And so it's embracing that. Gang Sarah brings through this energy of the bush element as well. It's that very physical, tactile, grounded, primal energy. But she's bringing in energy around the shadows. And when we talk about the shadows, we're talking about those hidden parts of ourselves that sometimes cause us to shrink back and cause us to enter into shame. But the shadows is not there for us to be condemned by it. It's in the shadow when we're willing to confront that energy. It's in the shadow that many times lies our greatest gifts, right? And so it's not being afraid to confront those parts of ourselves. We're going deep diving in to see what's there, right? To see what we can learn, to see what we can pull out that could be useful for us. And so Gang Sarah is talking about resistance. And that resistance may be around the fear of feeling like you're going to mess this up. The fear of feeling like you may have stumbled, but that's not true. It's a new day. This is a new cycle, right? It's a new part of your path. And so you are being guided to show up, okay? And not ghost your own dreams or resist your own magic. This is a time to really let loose, not hold back. It's a time to really experience and not worry. Or even, cover these experiences with false pretense that everything should be perfect. It doesn't have to be. It never will be, right? And it's just allowing yourself to step into your greatness. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Just allow yourself to step into it and experience, right? That's the resistance that's showing up. It's wanting to feel like things have to be perfect or something's going to happen and it's going to mess it all up. But that's not true. And even if it does, right, that's a part of the plan. It's going to fall in line with the ultimate plan set for you. So that's a resistance that is being highlighted here, that's being brought out of the shadows so that you might be able to see, Cancer, what could be potentially standing in the way of you showing up in this moment for yourself. Right? Not being procrastinating or not adapting this slothful energy or being disorganized, making excuses. All of those we're putting to the side and we're just doing it. Okay? Resistance will not keep us from this moment. And then lastly, we have shame with Long Bubby Susie, which also comes from the Temple of Shadows, but she's standing in the energy of fire. And fire energy is actually energy that is radiant, it's transformational, it's strong, and it's determined. And it's understanding that there is a beauty that lies within. That beauty is love. You are loved. Every part of you, every part of what you're going through is beautiful, right? Even the most unattractive moments, right? It's seen as beautiful. The fact that you have a heart, that you have a soul, and that you are breathing, life exists within you, and that alone makes you beautiful. And so there's some fear that exists here that's being highlighted. Cancer, it could have a lot to do with feeling insufficient in some type of way, or feeling like you don't measure up or there's not enough of something. But that's shame lying to you. It's again that shadow energy that's trying to come in and steal your moment, right? It's shame that's lying to you, that's trying to cover the truth, when the truth of the matter is you are whole. You are lovable. You're beautiful and worthy, right? Whatever that ugly voice is saying, actually twist it around and tell yourself the opposite, right? Because it's shame that tries to come in and keep us small and keep us pulled back and retracted and keep us from showing up in our moment, in our time of celebration. And so now more than ever, with what's coming out, with the energy that's being revealed during this blue moon, allow yourself to show up right now. Accept every part of yourself, even the most undesirable parts. Look at those in a beautiful light and just accept it unapologetically, without any type of conditions. Just look at yourself and just accept every part of yourself and tell yourself how much you love you, because you're a bright light in the world. And so you are deserving of being and seeing yourself for who you really are and loving yourself for who that is and accepting yourself. You are doing the very best that you can with what you have right now, and that is more than enough. You're complete. Not only that, you are protected as well. And so that's the energy that Long Bubby Susie brings in. I feel like you could be surrounded by a host of ancestors, a host of angels as well. That you are protected is really standing out for me. Now, as we look into, take a look at what needs to be recognized, right? This is how you can use the energy by being open to what we just talked about. Being open, being willing to receive and claim this energy as yours and utilize this energy to show up in this moment. What is it that needs to be recognized in this moment? And the cards that we pulled out for you, Cancer, is the Prince of Cups. We have the Three of Cups. Lots of emotional energy here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups, right? And then lastly, we have the Judgment. Okay. And so, I feel like first off, taking a look at the Prince of Cups, which looks like he's framing something. It's almost like he can visualize what it is that he's putting together. He has a little snapshot of what that looks like and how that's going to look from the outside looking in. You know, it's almost like preparing some type of presentation, and this could have something to do with how you want to show up in the midst of adversity. Like, you know, sometimes you rehearse in the mirror of how you're going to respond if the worst case scenario happens, if that person approaches you and they don't have anything nice to say, right? It's almost like you rehearsing how you're going to show up in that moment to confront or to respond to adversity brought to you. And kind of imagining a snapshot of what that would look like. And it has something to do with emotions, like how you could be really toiled and wrapped up in like some type of emotional situation or some type of emotional brawl is the best I can put it. Being wrapped up in some type of thing where there's lots of, emotionalism flying. But it's being careful to make sure that you understand like how you're entering in, how you're interacting. You're taking a really good picture of how you're responding. I feel like there's a level of distance that you're trying to maintain so that you don't get fully absorbed in it. You could be someone who actually is taking that particular stance because you know yourself, and you may have the potential to be really emotional, and there's a need to be guarded about allowing yourself to be too open in that way. And so instead of allowing that sea of emotions to overflow within you, you find ways to really externalize that. And so you kind of want to see how that shows up in others. And you try to paint a picture of what's happening, in these internal instances where these opportunities show up for you to be able to be confronted with that kind of energy. There's some type of way that you actually externalize that and cause others to kind of see what that looks like. With the Three of Cups, this could very much be about friendships, joys, connections, the rewards of being connected to people. And there's some level of celebration. I feel like that plays a part in what's being recognized right now. Maybe this is Spirit telling you like this is a time that you should be celebrating. If for some reason you're moping around or you're heavily burdened and weighed down, that's not where you should be. You should actually, be in a celebratory energy. You should actually find those that can kind of help you step into this lighter energy. And if this is you and going through the motions in your relationship, this is you passing through these different stages in the relationship. It's almost like a story being told, right? One of the cards that did come out over here was seasons, right? And so that may in fact be what is being recognized right now, is that there's certain seasons that we're passing through. And for some of you, you may still be in that early season, that honeymoon season where everything just seems very beautiful and fun, and it seems like a dream come true. In that honeymoon season where the person can't do anything wrong, right? Everything just seems to click and to fit together. And so there's a level of joy and pleasure and fulfillment that just overflows without limit. Life just seems like a celebration, right? And everything that's happening good, you internalize it. It's like things can't get any better than this. And so for some, it could be going through different seasons of a relationship that you're in. For others, it could be that this is the energy that you should be in. But Maybe somehow you've gotten stuck in struggle, in emotional turmoil in some type of way. Now, I also have the Knight of Discs as well. And let me see. The Knight of Discs. So this usually is the energy. We talk about knights. Knights are fire energy. They're moving energy. Determined, demanding, devoted to their craft. And they are the energy that doesn't have to really say much because their work proves itself. You know, the work speaks for them. And so this is definitely a symbol of passion as it pertains to material things, right? It's bright and powerful. And there's a level of that resides within. And that's the force that keeps moving us forward and higher to levels of perfection in the art. And so the Knight of Pentacles also carries this connotation of healing as well in many of the decks. Even though this one is a little different, this one is really aiming towards perfection of your craft. It's a level of craftsmanship and a level of always needing to perfect and to move higher and thinking of how you can make it better. It's like never being satisfied, always wanting to improve and perfect more and master deeper, right? It's an ever expanding idea or venture. Probably one that's always changing as well. And so lastly, we have, it's also depicted as someone who could be over their own artistry, over their own project. The chief, you know, the master, someone who's definitely proud of what it is that they have created, their level of excellence that is maintained. One that probably doesn't brag, though. Again, like I said, the work speaks for itself. And so we also have the Ten of Cups, which shows this very deep level of satisfaction. We've reached this level of happily ever after, or this is something that's possible. This is something that's coming up here. That makes sense with that celebration, with that trying to contain any type of issues that arise around emotionalism or someone possibly having outbursts. It almost feels like this function here of different pictures of what's happening within this pursuit, or even within this someone's journey, right? Different parts of pieces of the picture right now. There's this containing of emotions so things don't blow out of proportion. There's also the displaying of what that looks like to others, just to kind of, it's almost like a teaching moment. And then there's also this overloading, overwhelming level of connection and excitement, and this mastery that's happening, this expansion that's continuous. And then we have this level of fulfillment and satisfaction, finally, right? The last step of the story is the cups, the Ten of Cups. We've reached the happily ever after. And so I feel like Spirit is definitely saying and wanting you to recognize whatever that dream, whatever that mission, that hope that lies within is definitely within reach. Matter of fact, it may be closer than you realize, closer than ever. And it represents the culmination of that, right? The Nine of Cups represents a single moment of pure happiness. Now, the 10 represents happiness stretching from the moment forward far into the future. This is not just momentarily happiness, but this is long lasting. This is the ultimate dream. It even could include, a home. It could include a family. It could include a setup, a way of living, a lifestyle for the rest of your days. It's joy, it's peace, it's hope, even leading into the next generation. Yeah. And so this is the hope coming to pass, right? Spirit is letting you know that it is, not only is it possible, but it's closer than ever. It's closer than you realize. I don't feel like this is normal, everyday, white picket fence type of dream come true. This is something out of the ordinary. This is something that doesn't align with the status quo, right? It's something way different, something way deeper than that. And then to top all of these energies off, we have the Judgment. The Judgment, okay? And this is a very complex card because it almost feels like there's a part of you that is being reflected back to you. And it's a part of you seeing yourself in your life as a part of a greater cycle of time. So it's like being able to peer into the past, whether that's looking at your earlier part of life or even looking past your life into the past, like looking back into ancestry. But overall, it feels like looking at where you've been placed in history and trying to see yourself through the eyes of those that came before you, those that are even yet to come. Like, how will you be seen by them? How will your legacy be told? How will it be remembered? And this is almost like taking a moment to look at what's been done with the time that you've been given here. It's really a deep moment of reflection. And it may even talk about like how that moment will happen when you come face to face with your maker. You may even be asking questions, or being that this is what Spirit wants you to recognize, this may be something that is being brought to your attention. Like, when the time is over, like, how will you face Source or face your Creator? Because it is a cycle, right? Nothing ever ends, but it continues into infinity. But it's like almost like feeling like there's such a heavy responsibility of what we've done with the time we've had and what we left for those to come. It's almost like sensing that there's going to be like a judgment of that. And understanding that, the importance of doing what you've been given to do. And so that's what this feels like in the midst of all of this other stuff that's happening, things that we get caught up in life. There's an ultimate overall ending, an overall realization and responsibility to the time that we've had, right? We're not just living for ourselves, but we're living for each other. We're living for those that will come after us. And it's understanding that greater purpose of life, the meaning of it all. And so there's a level of recognition that Spirit would like for you to see and tap into and understand. It's almost like really getting a real good understanding of what's happening right now in this season in life, what's happening around you, and how it all plays a part of the big picture, Cancer. Now, if you are open to the energies that were revealed, to, ways that were given to how you can utilize the revealing of the energy, and to recognizing like what is happening, like what's being revealed to you during this super blue moon, the result of that could in fact be, and I pulled cards from my 7 Energies Oracle. We have Divine Matrix. We have Birds of a Feather. And we have It Is What It Is. Now, Divine Matrix is kind of like acknowledging and possibly even being a part of creating this overall tapestry that many are not even aware of. Like, for some, we tend to think that everybody's just kind of doing their own thing, and but in fact, we're all part of this great tapestry. We're all part of this great creation that's being woven together. And Divine Matrix is talking about that. The number 44 may be significant. This is actually a master number for the healer. So number 44 could be significant. And this particular energy, when we talk about the Divine Matrix, we're talking about the energy around it's air energy, around our thoughts and around our spirituality, around our ego, transcendence, around this liberation, around God consciousness and understanding. We're talking about wisdom. And so when we talk about the Divine Matrix, it's the realm of spirit and the knowledge that we are all divine beings. We're part of this great creation being woven together, this tapestry. And it's about weaving our dreams into the fabric of reality, right? The synchronicity and learning to trust as things unfold. And so it's almost like imagining everything under the sun, waiting to be claimed. And you being separate from that thing that you're trying to manifest, but everything is intrinsically connected within this vast web of life, what we call the divine matrix, right? Even that part that you've yet to even see or know about is still connected. It remains still, right? Until you choose it, until you make it a part of your life, right? And so it's understanding that there's this web that's weaving everything together, right? And it's almost like remaining asleep until that moment that you wake up and realize how you fit into the grand scheme of things and how everything is really connected. It's not that you weren't connected before you knew, it's just a matter of choosing to become conscious of your connection, right? It brings you into the understanding and the awareness of it. And so this is really delving into spiritual things and understanding how everything is interconnected. I don't believe that anything just happens by happen chance. I believe it's all divinely orchestrated in one way or another. And so I also don't believe in coincidences either. I believe that everything is divinely connected. And so that is the divine matrix. Now, birds of a feather, for someone, Cancer, there may be an awakening to this, right? Someone may just be awakening to the fact that you are chosen to be aware and to be part of this reality that is coming into season right now. There are those that will remain asleep and not be a part of it, but there are those that will be very much awake and will have the opportunity to choose to be a part of something so beautiful, something so enlightening. Yeah. And so you could be someone who is actually coming into the know of what's really going on. The Matrix, I find it interesting that they call this the Matrix. We know what the Matrix is. That is that very popular movie that came out a couple of decades ago, where there was the revealing of this operation of a whole nother existence outside of the world as we know it. And that underworld, I'm gonna call it, which was really the upper world, right? But it actually gave a clear picture of how everything was interwoven together. So there was a need to step outside of the matrix to actually see it clearly, right? And so for someone, you could be stepping outside of this perceived matrix into what is the real matrix, how everything is really connected. You may be coming into the understanding of how you are connected to everything, how everything is really interwoven and plays a part and connected with everything else. Because energy is energy, right? And it's never destroyed. And if you know about energy, you know that there are no limits, right? That it continues and it spreads far and wide. And it's connected to everything. And so for someone, that may be a moment, an aha moment that you're having. And for those of you that are already awoke, maybe there was something in there that spirit plugged in that gave you a deepening awareness of something that just turned on a flashlight. Okay, so take that how it resonates for you. Now, the birds of a feather is talking about a village. It's talking about community and work. Sharing, it's a sense of belonging, it's fellowship and like-hearted people that you are connected with, or that you will be connected with, Cancer, if you're not yet. And it's understanding the concept of we before the me, okay? And so, again, if you're not connected to a community, this may be your sign. You know that that is something that could be coming in for you. Something that will possibly be offered to you here in the future, in the short future. Something that will be recognizable to you, the significance of it. It offers a more deeper way to actually look at the world. And by you connecting with others and sharing ideas and hopes and dreams, it helps us to grow. You know, as comfortable as we can be on our own island, right? I'm one. Just put me on the island and leave me alone. I also understand the importance of a village. I understand the importance of community. How else can you grow? It's almost like the concept of iron sharpening iron. How else can you grow, right? You can't grow on an island by yourself. The community serves so many purposes, so many different functions. And so for someone, Cancer, it's opening you up. This message is opening you up to receive that. And for some of you, this could be a change in how you are operating in that frequency, possibly. Maybe Spirit is speaking to you right now on how that will change for you after hearing this message. Spirit is speaking to you personally through this message, above and beyond what's being said in this message about community, about tribe, about work, about the village, about this very magnetic energy that threads through and pulls people together to form something very beautifully, something that can be shared. Just like birds of a feather that flock together, you know, there's that sense of belonging that's cultivated with others. After all, we humans are social creatures, aren't we? And we're not meant to be alone. And so this is just confirmation for someone that, yes, you are meant to be with others and to be open to that. Some of these things that are going to come to fruition can only be done through a community, through a village. There's value there. And Spirit is saying that you will flourish in this energy as being a part of a network of like-minded and like-hearted people. That's the key. Now, don't just go out and just join anything or just find a group, but you go and you be cordial. Go out and meet people and inquire, ask questions, look in, observe, right? And see if it aligns with you, if it aligns with your heart, if it aligns with how you see things, your mind, right? Not everybody is for everybody. That's why they call them groups and communities, because it's gathering like-minded, like spirits, right? But I feel like you'll know if it's for you. There's that internal instinct that will let you know. If you have to force it, that's not for you. Okay? I feel like it'll feel very much like you're at home. And it'll be like, long lost brothers or sisters from the same mother and father, but somehow you got sent off to the wrong address and you felt like you were at the wrong address for all your life. And then all of a sudden you came back to the right place. And it's like, yes, okay, now I understand myself, because everybody that I look at is a reflection of me. It's like coming home to self, finally, after being lost all those years. That's what it's going to feel like, I believe. And so if you're open to these energies, Spirit is guiding you to this. For some of you, Spirit may be guiding you to change what that looks like. However, that's resonating for you. Lastly, the it is what it is energy is this radical acceptance, like not being controlling, I feel like is what this energy brings in. Being able to engage life on its terms and observing circumstances and taking them for what they are. It is what it is, just like what that says. It's releasing that resistance and that denial. Being open to flow. And so when that happens, I feel like the process, the transitions, and the evolution becomes easier. Imagine yourself just flowing down a river with the current. Like there's not a lot that you need to do. You just need to lay there. And the river takes you wherever it goes. There's not a lot that you do. You just float along. It's that kind of energy. And so that right there liberates us from burdens that we feel along this journey. Even the burden of yearning. Just knowing that what's coming your way or what you will have access to will actually be the best. You know, not only for you, but for everybody. And it really is just being able to accept things as they are and shift your attention as necessary. Many of us are waiting on things, but the reality is there's a divine timing. So no matter how much we yearn and long for it to show up right now, it may not be time. So being able to shift your attention when appropriately to release control and accept things as they are. Not only just accept them, but be appreciative. Be grateful for what it is right now. Because how can you be thankful and excited and happy and grateful for what is coming when you haven't even come to terms with what is right now? If you're not happy right now where you are and content and grateful and accepting, then chances are you may not be happy when you get to where you're going. There's so much value in being able to be content. There's so much beauty in that. Yeah. And I'm not talking about having low expectations or low values where you just accept anything. That's not what I'm saying. But if you get me, you get me, right? This is being able to be radically accepting, engaging on life's terms, because whatever you're expecting, the value that you carry, whatever you feel like you're worthy of, you're attracting that. Though you may not see it at this moment, it's coming towards you if that's what you are expecting. If that's what the vision that you are projecting out in your life, that's what you're pulling towards you. But in the meantime, in order to maintain that frequency, to pull it towards you, there must be a positive energy, a positive vibration that says that I am in agreement with the right now, just as much as I'm in agreement with the what is to come. Okay, I know I'm going deep, y'all. Y'all know I'm long-winded, but being able to step back with clarity and acceptance, it's knowing that every moment life is offering us something magical. Every moment. And so even when we're being sent on a temporary detour, we never know what's going to happen on that detour. There may be things that we'll discover, treasures beyond our wildest imagination. You know, ways that we can actually be even more appreciative when we get to where we're going. Everything is purposeful. It's understanding that. And so here is what I'm saying. There's beauty in allowing things to be what they are at any moment in time. And if you are open to these energies, Cancer, then it's going to be beneficial like that, because this is what Spirit is revealing for you. Now, we're going to go into our angel cards. If you have a question, a situation, something that's heavy on your mind, let's ask the angels, okay? So, angels, tapping into the energy for Cancer. What answers do they need to hear? This is a very beautiful message. Thank you, Cancer, for stopping by. If you're enjoying this message, please take a moment to like, share, comment. If you feel led, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell so you'll be notified if I post new content, if I go live. Let's take a look here at the answers that will come out for you. Also, if you desire a personal reading, you're more than welcome to tap my link down in the description box where you'll find my calendar. You could also email me as well. I appreciate you, Cancer. All right, let's see. Angel answers for Cancer. Angel answers for Cancer. Ooh, okay. So if you had a question in mind, the first answer that came out was no. The angels are saying no. If that was a question that you had in mind, the answer is no. Okay. The angels are asking you to let go. There could be something that you are holding on to, Cancer, that the angels are asking you to release. Release it. It could be someone that you're holding on to. You're being asked to release it. And for many of you, you're being asked to actually inquire yourself. Go into your secret closet and actually stir up a conversation with your angels. And lastly, there's big, happy changes coming along, right? We felt this energy in the beginning of the reading. Lots of changes happening, changes for the good. Okay. So those are your angel answers. No, let go. There could be something that you need to release right now. There may be someone that you need to release right now. There may be, something that you're having a hard time releasing yourself, a habit, a way of life. You're being asked to release it, to let it go. This may not be something that is on the next part of this journey for you. If you're unclear about that, inquire deeper, ask, and the answer will be given to you, Cancer. Overall, there's changes coming in. There's going to be a change in the seasons, a change in the wind, okay? So this is for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, my name is Letty, and this is LettiSpeaks. And so it is a pleasure always reading for you all. I appreciate you stopping by and taking a listen. Again, if you would be so kind to like the video, it does help to get the message out to those that may need to hear it. Overall, I am appreciative of you taking the time to stop by and allow me to speak into your life. As you know, I don't take it lightly, and so thank you, Cancer. Again, my name is Letty. Until next time, you take care, okay? Bye. And remember to subscribe, okay? Bye. I'll talk to you guys next time.